Welcome to the Start It, Own It, Finish It podcast with Dat Boy Mo 629. Discussing everything fitness and everything motivation. Here is where you will get your fitness education and motivational fix. Now, here's your host, Dat Boy Mo 629.
What's good, everybody? It's Dat Boy Mo 629 coming to y'all with another edition of the Start It, Own It, Finish It podcast. This time we're about to talk about change. We're about to talk about change. Be the change you want to be, right? And basically, I just want to talk about who you are and who you were, and if you have the ability to change who you are. And this comes from, I had a high school reunion this past weekend, right? And I wasn't there for too long, and I regret not being there for a longer period of time to see more people. But in this high school reunion, it was a 25-year, believe it or not, 25-year high school reunion, right? 25 years since I've been in high school, right? We had a reunion, and our 10-year reunion, I didn't go. I didn't go to that reunion, and I regretted that. You know what I'm saying? I was in a different space in my life. 15 years ago, different space in my life. And I just wasn't ready to kind of like go back to my high school life. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's kind of like I regretted not going to that. And then this one came along. We supposed to have a 20-year, and that was in 2020. But because of that, we didn't, you know what I'm saying? So in 2020 COVID year, we didn't have a 20-year. So we decided to do a 25-year to make up for the 20-year. And then I'm gonna be that 30-year in 5 years. But I was on the fence about going to this one. I was like, I don't know if I want to go. Do I really want to do this? I really didn't even decide to go until like I paid for my ticket. It was like $15. So I paid for the ticket just in case, you know what I'm saying? I decided to go. And I was like, I don't think I want to go to this thing. But I do want to go to the thing. I don't know if I want to go to the thing. And I'm basing, when you talk about high school and talk about school, you talk about different versions of people. And what I've learned, I'm actually glad, I've learned there's two sides of the coin when you talk about this, right? The two sides of the coin. And there's people that are better people than they were in high school, and there are people that are worse people than they were in high school. So you kind of like, you figure everybody grew up, everybody's more mature, everybody's more, hey man, I'm sorry for what I did to you back then, or I'm sorry, whatever, or I was this type of person back then, or whatever. You're more mature, you're more stand up, you know what I'm saying? But there's a flip side of that. People with, 25 years of life beat them down, 25 years extra of, reality. When you graduate, you're more naive, you're bushy, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and the world didn't really take over and beat you down and all this so-called reality, and, life didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So you become a different person than you were in high school. Now, there's two different things. And basically it's like, when I was deciding, I was like, man, you know what? I don't even know if I want to do this. I went to work that day, and I was like, you know what, Mo, screw it. You're gonna show up and show up and say what's up and get a feel. You know what I'm saying? So I got a feel. And I'll be honest, I left not because I didn't enjoy the people. I left because, my schedule, I was like, you know what? My schedule kind of busy. I'm going to pop in. I'm going to pop in and pop out. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't even pop in, I'm going to regret it. And I seen the pictures, you know what I'm saying? People posted pictures and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm glad I went. You know what I'm saying? I'm very glad I went. I talked to a few people, you know what I'm saying, that, I'm friends with on Facebook, obviously. And some people I'm not friends with on Facebook. Not because I don't want to add them or whatever. It's just didn't even think to add them on Facebook or whatever. And it's a lot of people that I did not talk to. And I say a lot of people I did not talk to a lot in high school I knew of. I'm friends with on Facebook. We talk. You know what I'm saying? Like the stat, they like my stats. We know about their family. I know about their family, know about my family. You know what I'm saying? I know about their children. I don't have kids. So, you know what I'm saying? They know about my wife. And as for my wife was at, my wife wasn't there. Because you kind of knew if I was just gonna go, I was just gonna pop in. I wasn't gonna stay. So I kind of like controlled my own narrative. So, and it's I've seen some people that are you live your life, right? And like life will beat you down. And it depends on the person on whether you let life beat you down or you take control of your life and own your life. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to like put it all together, and I'm gonna keep it 100% real with you. Like some people are straight up assholes these days. Like for real, keyboard warriors. And thing about it is like, listen, man, like, I ain't even gonna get into this because I'm not. Listen, we all got our opinions and stuff like that, but damn, I'm like, man, this political spectrum is really ruining friendship. It's messing up family, man, relationships, stuff like that. Like me, when it comes to like politics, I don't even get into politics like on a social like that, because at the end of the day, there's two things. Shit. They say you don't ain't supposed to talk about politics, but politics is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Politics is everywhere. Oh my God. When the conversation turns to politics, I try to change the subject, because at the end of the day, it's either gonna be one or two things, man. It's either gonna be embracefulness and everybody agreeing, or it's gonna be argument after argument. There is no civil debates anymore. There is none. So I'm like, you know what? And I did to the point where I was like, you know what? Let me get up on out of here before this goes to politics. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons I was like, you know what? I don't know everybody's political views or everybody political affiliations or everybody political anything. But before the drinks get in, I was like, you know what, man? I don't even know if this even went that way. But I'm not even gonna talk about. I don't even want to discuss politics. Like even in gatherings, you know what I'm saying, holidays and stuff like that. Let's not bring politics to the table, because at the end of the day, we're going to agree to disagree. We're going to disagree on something, and it's not an agree to disagree thing or whatever. It's the straight up massacre of words. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even get into politics. So I'm just gonna squash that on a social platform. You know what I'm saying? But when I talk about you, either a good person or a bad person, there are people in my graduating class that, have passed away. And there are people in my graduating class that, doing very well for themselves. I watch them, business owners, multiple degrees, the children are doing great. The people in my graduating class that, and one guy, he didn't show up, but I want to nominate him for our school Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? I don't know his address and like that, so I couldn't nominate him. But he's a sergeant now. He's a sergeant, and he went to the Army and climbed up the ranks, traveled to Germany and all that stuff. Hell, I could have had a tour of the White House. You know what I'm saying? Because of him. But I wasn't able to, meet up with him in D.C. And he actually met the president one time, met Trump one time. And he was geeked up to do that. But, I wanted to nominate him for the Hall of Fame. But, I couldn't do it. He don't even think he deserved it. I'm like, dude, man, you a sergeant. One thing I say, and I will always say this. For me, I will always respect our servicemen and women. I will always respect them. At the end of the day, you're putting your life on the line for our country. No matter who is in office, no matter who's calling the shot, you still put your life on the line for our country. No matter if it was Bush, no matter if it was Obama, no matter if it was Biden, no matter if it was Trump, no matter if it was Carter, no matter if it was Kennedy, the veterans, all that. Veterans Day, I celebrate Veterans Day. You know what I'm saying? Our veterans, I have utmost respect for all of our veterans. Even if the veterans don't even like me at the end of the day as a civilian. At the end of the day, you doing something that I feel is something that I'm not doing. And that you fighting for our country. You fight for our country, you fighting for, even though you may have some views or whatever, for my freedom to an extent. You know what I'm saying? So even then, so you put your life on the line for us, Americans. So I've always respect our veterans. And to me, the veteran, he's a sergeant. He went from a private. I remember, a graduation party, went to a graduation party and stuff like that. He's going straight to the military, went straight to the military. I had a couple other friends went straight to the Navy, Marine, all that. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, y'all got some balls. You got some balls, man. You got bigger balls than me. And that's the thing too. Like, I respect those cats. 100%. I respect those cats. And what I want to say is, like, who they were then versus, gotta make sure my mic's on. Who they were then and who they are now are completely different people. Now, I'm not even saying that it's for better. I'm not saying it's for worse. Some are for better and some are for worse. Now, am I better, right, now than what I was 25 years ago? I would like to think I am. You see what I'm saying? I would like to think that, okay, I'm trying to motivate people. I'm trying to inspire people. My personality, I was never the type of person that would disrespect people maliciously. Because at the end of the day, I've always been a proponent of karma. I believe in karma. Karma is a big, fat, ugly bitch named Della. So, and it's coming for you. So I believe in karma. So, and I don't want to have karma hit me. You see what I'm saying? So, what I learned from this reunion, and I take away, because you know me, I think deep. When I think deep, I think deep. I think not even on not surface level, I'm digging. So I'm like, you know what? Not even surface level. I'm like, damn, man, all these people, you know what I'm saying? They didn't change. They didn't have family. They didn't got married. They didn't have life hit them and all that stuff. And it's different now. You see what I'm saying? It's different. We're all adults. You know what I'm saying? We done dealt with deaths. We done dealt with births. We done dealt with life changing events. You know what I'm saying? From being teenagers, for grown adults in our 40s. You see what I'm saying now? And it's something crazy. It's crazy because you kind of go back to your teenage years and be like, do you revert back to that? Do you revert back to, try to revert back to your personality then, or just be like, all right, this is me now? And that just goes for this podcast as far as change, right? We all change, right? If you're not, if you're the same person you were in high school, then you wasted your life. Those 25 years, if you have not changed, learned, improved, and evolved from the years past, I feel you have wasted your life. Period. Point blank. You have not improved. You haven't learned anything. You haven't changed. And personality, you have to improve. You have to leave a mark on this world. And you can leave a mark on this world, even if you feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, or some people have victim mentality. A victim mentality. And my thing is, and I always say it, I would say this to the beginning, I'll say this to the end, start it, own it, finish it. It's not just a slogan. It's not just a motto. It's a way of life. It's a lifestyle. Because at the end of the day, you got to finish it, right? You got to own it. You got to finish it. Can't live life as a victim all the time. You see what I'm saying? You can't be, oh, well, this person is the reason because I'm like this, or that person is the reason because, well, my parent didn't raise me the way that, because this is why I'm like that. My daddy did it, my mama did it, my granny did it. No. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Be the person that you want to see in the world. It's that simple. But you have to apply yourself, right? Myself, I'm always striving to be better every single day. Be better than yesterday. I have my off day, and I have my on day. We all have that. It's called being human. It's called life. You see what I'm saying? But you can always be better. You can always be better for yourself. You can be better for your wife. You can be better for your kids, better for your friends. You can be better for your cousins. You can be better for whoever, your employees, your coworkers, your boss. You can be better for yourself. You can be better. So it's crazy because I'm always thinking differently. In a small time I was at that reunion, this is what I come up with. And I've always thought that, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, when I graduated, I didn't have a graduation party. I remember my mother made me a cake with my picture on it, my senior picture on it. I ate it. She ate it. My brother ate it. You know what I'm saying? My baby brother who passed away, he ate a lot of that damn cake. But I ate a lot of that cake too. I was young. I ate a lot of junk food. So I remember that. You know what I'm saying? I was never the popular kid. People knew of me, but I wasn't the popular kid where like, hey Mo, let's hang out. Or hey Mo, we want to prom together or homecoming together, stuff like that. I was never that kid. You know what I'm saying? I was never that teenager. I was never that person. I'm not that person now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the popular guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never been that way. And it's a personality trait, but the people I interact with, I always try to leave a positive experience. It don't happen all the time. I'm the villain in somebody's story. I know this. I'm the villain in somebody's story. You're the villain in somebody's story. You see what I'm saying? So it's not always us being a superhero. So, but like I said, man, change. If you want to change, you have to change. You know what I'm saying? Be the change you want to see in the world. I enjoy going to the reunion for the 25, 30, 45 minutes I was there. You know what I'm saying? Dipped in, dipped out, seeing the people, talking to the people that I talked to. People I didn't see later in the night. I regret that, but it was a good experience overall. And I just say, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave on this note. The 20-minute podcast episode, but be the change you want to see. You can always change. You can always improve. As long as you're living and breathing, kicking in this life, you can always change. So don't think today because you know what I'm saying, you can't improve on yourself. There's books out there, there's therapy out there, there's exercises out there. You know what I'm saying? There are different groups of people you can hang out with. So at the end of the day, be a better you. Be a better person today. Be a better person tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Improve on yourself. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this podcast episode on the Start It, Own It, Finish It podcast. Until next time, you know what it is. Start it, own it, finish it.
You've been listening to the Start It, Own It, Finish It podcast. Be sure to subscribe to receive new episodes. Link up with Dat-Boy Mo 629 on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, or visit him at aceonewarrior.com. Until next time, start it, own it, finish it.